Most people wake up every morning believing life is fair. They think that if they simply exist, work enough, and wait patiently, everything they dream about will eventually arrive. But life doesn't work that way. Whether you like it or not, life is a competition. Every day, people compete for better opportunities, better jobs, better relationships, better health, and a better future. The world doesn't stop and ask if you're ready. It keeps moving, and those who move with purpose stay ahead while everyone else falls behind. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. The moment you understand that life rewards action instead of excuses, you begin to see everything differently. Every decision matters. Every hour matters. Every habit matters. While one person is sleeping through another morning, someone else is learning a new skill. While one person spends hours complaining about how unfair life is, another person is building something that will change their future. The gap between winners and average people is rarely created overnight. It grows through small decisions repeated every single day. The people who succeed are not born with a secret advantage. They simply understand that every choice either moves them forward or pushes them backward. Nobody is keeping score except reality itself. Your results reveal how seriously you play the game. If you waste your time, someone else will use theirs wisely. If you avoid responsibility, someone else will accept it and earn the rewards that could have been yours. Every single day gives you another chance to compete, improve, and prove to yourself that your future will be shaped by your actions rather than your excuses. People love to believe that being average is something that just happens. They blame their family, their background, bad luck, or the economy. But the truth is much harder to accept. Average is not a place you are born into. It is a choice you make over and over again without even realizing it. It happens every time you choose comfort instead of growth. It happens when you hit the snooze button instead of getting out of bed. It happens when you say, I'll start tomorrow, knowing tomorrow keeps turning into next week, next month, and eventually next year. Nobody wakes up one day and suddenly becomes successful. In the same way, nobody wakes up one day and suddenly becomes average. It is built through small habits that seem harmless in the moment. One missed workout doesn't look like a big deal. 1 hour wasted scrolling through your phone doesn't seem important. One excuse feels easy to justify. But those small moments add up. They slowly shape the person you become. The scary part is that comfort feels good while it is stealing your future. It convinces you that you have plenty of time, that you can always try later, that things will somehow work out on their own. Meanwhile, someone else is making the hard choices. Someone else is studying when they are tired, training when they don't feel like it, and pushing forward even when nobody is watching. Success doesn't belong to the person with the biggest dreams. It belongs to the person who keeps choosing discipline when comfort is calling. Every single day you are casting a vote for the life you will live tomorrow. And those daily choices quietly decide whether you become exceptional or remain just another face in the bond. A lot of people spend their lives wishing they had more talent. They look at successful people and convince themselves that those people were simply born different. They believe that greatness belongs to the naturally gifted, while everyone else is left behind. That belief is one of the biggest lies you can tell yourself. Talent might give someone a fast start, but discipline is what keeps them moving when the excitement disappears. There will be mornings when you don't feel motivated. There will be days when you're tired, frustrated, and tempted to quit. In those moments, talent becomes almost useless, because talent depends on feeling good, while discipline depends on making a decision. The person who keeps showing up every single day will almost always outperform the person who only works when they feel inspired. Think about it. A talented athlete who skips training will eventually lose to the average athlete who trains with focus every day. A smart student who never studies will fall behind someone who puts in consistent effort. Success isn't built on rare moments of motivation. It's built on ordinary days when nobody is watching and nobody is cheering for you. Those quiet moments reveal your true character. They show whether you are serious about your goals or simply in love with the idea of success. Every workout completed, every book finished, every skill practiced, and every promise you keep to yourself becomes another brick in the foundation of the person you are becoming. The people who achieve extraordinary results are rarely the ones with perfect conditions. They are the ones who refuse to let emotions decide their actions and continue moving forward, long after everyone else has stopped trying. Fear has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. It has convinced millions of people to stay exactly where they are, even when they know they are capable of so much more. The strange thing about fear is that it rarely looks dangerous. It often sounds reasonable. It whispers, "Wait until you're ready."
It says, what if people laugh at you? It tells you that now isn't the right time, that you need more experience, more money, or more confidence before you take the first step. But if you keep listening to that voice, years will pass before you realize that fear has quietly stolen your opportunities. The people you admire are not fearless. They feel the same doubt, the same pressure, and the same uncertainty as everyone else. The difference is that they refuse to let fear make their decisions. They understand that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to move forward, even when your heart is racing and the outcome is uncertain. Every great achievement begins with someone stepping into the unknown. Every successful business, every impressive career, and every life-changing opportunity started with a person who decided that the pain of staying the same was greater than the fear of a change. If you spend your life trying to avoid failure, you will also avoid success, and because both are found on the same road. Growth demands risk. Progress demands action. The moment you stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What if I never try?" your mindset begins to change. That single shift gives you the strength to face challenges, take responsibility, and keep moving toward the life you know you are capable of creating, even when every step feels uncertain. The moment you stop blaming everything around you, your life begins to change. Most people waste years pointing fingers at their parents, their boss, the government, bad luck, or the people around them. They believe someone else is responsible for the life they live. That way of thinking feels comfortable because it removes pressure. If everything is someone else's fault, then you never have to change. But the truth is that excuses have never built a better future. They only make you feel better while your life stays exactly the same. Winners think differently. They take responsibility for everything they can control, even when the situation is unfair. They understand that life will never be perfect. There will always be setbacks, disappointments, and moments that test your patience. Complaining about them doesn't make them disappear. Taking action does. When something goes wrong, successful people don't waste their energy asking, "Why did this happen to me?" They ask, "What can I do next?" That simple question shifts their focus from problems to solutions. It gives them power instead of leaving them feeling helpless. Every mistake becomes a lesson. Every failure becomes experience. Every challenge becomes another opportunity to grow stronger. Responsibility is not a punishment. It is freedom. The day you accept that your choices shape your future is the day you stop waiting for permission, luck, or perfect timing. You begin making decisions with confidence because you know your actions matter. You stop expecting someone else to rescue you, and you become the person who creates opportunities instead of waiting for them. That mindset separates people who spend their lives making excuses from those who build a stacked future they can truly be proud of through consistent action and personal accountability. Every decision you make is shaping the person you will become. Most people think their future is created by one big opportunity or one life-changing moment. But that is rarely how life works. Your future is built through hundreds of small choices that seem unimportant at the time. The decision to wake up early instead of sleeping for another hour. The choice to read a few pages instead of wasting time on endless distractions. The decision to exercise even when you don't feel like it. These moments may look small, but together they create the direction of your life. Imagine your life as a road with thousands of turns. Every choice you make moves you a little closer to the person you want to become, or a little farther away from that goal. There is no standing still. Even doing nothing is a decision, and that decision has consequences. Many people wait for motivation before they act, but successful people understand that action comes first. They know that one good decision leads to another, and over time those decisions become habits. Those habits become your lifestyle, and your lifestyle becomes your identity. The person you see in the mirror 5 years from now will be the result of the choices you are making today, not the promises you keep making to yourself. Nobody accidentally builds a great life. It is created with intention, consistency, and the courage to make difficult decisions when easy options are available. Every moment gives you a chance to choose discipline over comfort, progress over excuses, and growth over fear. Whether you realize it or not, your future is being written one decision at a time.
and each choice leaves a mark that will shape the life you eventually live. There comes a moment in every person's life when they have to make a decision that changes everything.
Not because the world suddenly becomes easier, but because they finally become tired of accepting less than they are capable of. Maybe today is that moment for you. Maybe you've spent years waiting for the perfect opportunity, the perfect plan, or the perfect time to begin. The truth is, that moment never arrives on its own. Change begins the instant you decide that your future is more important than your excuses. It starts when you stop settling for an ordinary life and choose to take control of the direction you're heading. You don't need to have every answer before you move forward. You only need the courage to take the first step. Every successful person you admire once stood exactly where you are now, filled with doubts, uncertainty, and questions about whether they were good enough. What separated them from everyone else was not confidence from the beginning. It was the willingness to act before they felt completely ready. Every great journey starts with a single decision that most people are too afraid to make. The version of you that dreams about success, freedom, strength, and respect is waiting for the version of you that is willing to work for it. Every sunrise brings another opportunity to rewrite your story, but opportunities mean nothing without action. You can continue living the same routine, hoping life somehow changes. Or you can become the person who creates change through discipline, persistence, and relentless effort. The power to transform your life has never belonged to anyone else. It has always been in your hands, waiting for the day you finally decide to use it.